Yo, what it do, YouTube? I'm Maury the Bookie. Welcome back to the channel. And today, y'all, I got a story time for you guys. I know, I haven't done many story times, but today, alright, we got a pretty good one. So, a couple of days ago, right, I ended up messing up my hand pretty bad. I ended up cutting it, and it got really deep, so I actually had to get stitches for it. I'm going to be telling you guys the story time on how this dumbass guy cut himself by accident. Let's get into it. Before this video starts, I just want to say thank you for all the support on my other videos. 1.3k views, all those support, all those likes, all those subscribers. I want to say thank you for supporting the vids. I really appreciate it. Let's get into this video. So, a couple days back, I was chilling, just watching some TikTok, right? And my stomach just starts to growl. So, I don't eat breakfast. I know that sounds weird, but I don't eat breakfast, right? So I decided to go into the kitchen and go eat some lunch because, who even likes breakfast, right? So my dumb self, right, go get a knife, right? Because I'm going to go make some food, right? So then I go to get the knife, and then right after, right, I was going to open my fridge, right? Instead of, my dumb self putting the knife down, right, I'm like, you know what? Let me just bring the knife with me while trying to open the fridge like a dumbass, right? I try to open it, and boom, cuts me, right? And it wasn't like one of those, ooh, I could put a bandage over it type cut. It was like, ooh, I need to go to the hospital type cut, right? But I didn't panic or anything like that, right? I looked at it, I'm like, holy shit, what do I do, right? My brother was in the house at the time, so I just walked up to him, and the calmest thing ever, I literally said, yo, bro, we got a problem, right? He said, what happened? I said, I got a cut. He said, show me it. And I showed it to him, right? He was like, oh, shit. So, right, we didn't even rush to the hospital. I was bleeding, but we didn't even rush to the hospital. We got a shirt, right, put it around my hand, right, let the blood, or at least let me stop bleeding, right? We hopped in an Uber, right, and we went to the hospital. We walked in there, calm, collected, right, and then my mom started to call. And it's at that point I was shitting my pants. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared, right, because I have a Korean mother, and it was one or the two, right? It was either she was gonna wild out on me and curse me out in Jamaican for being so stupid, or she was gonna be like, oh, my poor baby. So it was one or the other, and I was scared shitless, right? And then he calls my brother, right? And he was like, yo, bro, you gotta come to the hospital, blah, 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 right? So I got a cut, obviously. And then, right, we go into the doctor, she checks it out, opens the cut, look inside of it, see how bad it is, right? And I thought it wasn't a big deal, but turns out it was a pretty big fucking deal, right? It said, you're lucky that you came here sooner, but nothing is damaged enough to, do anything that's severe, right? So we wait a little bit, we go into the, room, right? And we're just waiting for the doctor to come out, right? So doctor comes in, checks out my hand, asks me what happened. I explained to him the story, right? Right after that, my mom, right, called my brother, and my mom is speeding. My mom's a nurse, so she's speeding, right? And I'm like, damn, man, I'm scared shitless. Not because of my finger, right, but because of my mom, right? She's a very scary person, right? So right after that, he puts my hand into soak in some, I think it was I don't know what type of water it was, but it was just to, disinfect my hand, right? Make sure nothing was on it, make sure it was good, right? Right after that, my mom comes in, right? I'm scared, right? But I, my hand wasn't hurting or anything like that. So I just said, hi, mom, right? And turned out she wasn't mad, right? She said hi back, right? And I'm like, yes, this is what I need in life, right? Right after, right, they said, all right, we're going to give you a needle so it can numb the pain, right? And I mean, what pain, right? I had to get stitches, right? So I'm like, I haven't had a needle in a while. Now I gotta brace myself. And I'm not a fan of needles because I don't think anybody is, right? So I'm scared. I'm scared of that needle, right? Because I heard they was gonna put it around the wound, right? And I'm like, damn, man, what do I do, right? So it goes in, right? And I'm over there just on the verge of crying. Like, it hurt. It hurt very much, right? Right? But then after they're done, my hand was completely numb. I couldn't feel anything at all. Like, nothing at all. And I'm just like, wow, this feels crazy, right? So then they take my hand. They're like, all right, you could either have a surgeon do this or you could either have me do it, right? I'm like, I'm not gonna wait here to get stitches from a surgeon. I'd rather him just do it, right? And since I can't feel anything, right, which is great, I get my hand stitched up. It was 8 stitches that had to go into my hand, right? And I still actually have, the wrap on. I had to take a whole lot of painkillers, and it was excruciating. I hated every moment of it, right? I couldn't even play the game. I can't play Warzone for a little bit, and it's just a little sad. But moral of the story: don't play with knives. Well, I wasn't playing with a knife, but you know what I mean. Don't mess with knives because they end up cutting you. And it's ironic enough that my brother was actually cooking and he was cutting some chicken. And he actually also got a cut on his thumb. And it was also on his left hand because my cut is also on my left hand. So we ended up throwing that knife away. Thank God, because I was never using that knife again. So if you guys enjoyed the story time, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and enjoy the rest of this gameplay. Peace.
Enemy UAV overhead. To the left, keep the pressure on. Gas is closing in.
Here.
Moving on enemy. Hostile spotted. Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover. Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Gas is moving. We have a long way to go. Let's move. Enemies in the area. 5 remain. Finish the job.